Oh, well, thank you. What a showing, you guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I want to thank the volunteers and the campaign team for, helping set this up, and Derek as well. And, I'm proud to run under the Saskatchewan Party banner. I'm reminded that it's the responsibility of us all to shape the future. And I'm grateful for the leadership of Scott Moe and the Saskatchewan Party moving this province forward in the last 16 years. And I look forward to a Saskatchewan Party majority. Come on. Yes. Doing it again for another 4 years.
Yes.
Thank you so very much, David, and the entirety of that time that we've had the honor to form government, Greg Ottenbright was a part of that government. It's great to see Greg again today, and been your MLA for some period of time, all of that time that we've been in government, and I thank you, Greg, for your service and your voice on behalf of Yorkton, but your voice at the provincial table as well. What a great day! What a great day to be in Yorkton with your candidate David Chan. I see Sean in the back here, Kenora Pelly. I see Laurie Carr, who has also been part of our government for a number of years now. Welcome to all of you. But more importantly, welcome to all of you here that are part of David's campaign, part of the community, and thank you for what you do. A great day to be in Yorkton, but also a great day to be in the province of Saskatchewan. And over the past 3 weeks of this campaign, now 3 weeks in already, we've rolled out our platform commitments, and we released our full platform, and it's also a fully costed platform. It's a plan that builds on that very record that David had mentioned and that Greg has been a part of, that record that we have in government. And it's a record of growth. It's a record of investment. It's a record of additional jobs in our communities, and we see that in value-added agriculture, the mining industry in this part of the world, as well as the ag industry more directly. It's a record of more opportunities for the people that live here, and most importantly, for that next generation, our children. More people are living here today, and that is the Saskatchewan Party's record. About 250,000 more people live in Saskatchewan than just a decade and a half ago. And in fact, our province hasn't seen that kind of growth in more than 100 years. It's quite substantial when you think, and we should never take that for granted. We certainly didn't see it under an NDP government in this province. Their record, quite frankly, was just the opposite. They were driving away people. They were driving away jobs. Our children were driving away our children, and driving away the opportunities that our children might have, as well as us. We were driving away business and investment. There was no investment attraction into this province whatsoever, and they were closing schools, and they were closing hospitals, and they were letting our highways crumble beneath our very feet. That was the NDP record, and I often say it's one of decline, loss, and closure, nothing more, nothing less. And that's why you are seeing this party running on our record, a record that Greg was part of, I've been part of, Laurie will be part of, and very shortly with your support, David and Sean will be part of that record as well. Today, Saskatchewan is the most affordable place in the nation of Canada to live. And we plan to make life even more affordable for the families that live in Yorkton and the families that live across Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan has the lowest unemployment rate in the nation. We have strong job growth that is happening in our Saskatchewan communities. We have a plan to keep our economy strong and to keep that job growth going into the future. Just last week, Statistics Canada had said that in Saskatchewan over the course of the past year, there was about 17,200 jobs that were created. That wasn't by government, that was by the private sector, and our ability to attract that investment into the private sector. But that equals and equates out to a job being created in our great province about every 30 minutes. In fact, by the time I'm done my 15-minute speech here, it'll be about half a job that will be created. And that's a far cry from where it was when I was a young person in this province, when there was also a job being created every 30 minutes for Saskatchewan people. But our children, my friends, when we graduated high school, we had to move to Alberta to get that job. Very, very different environment we see here today. Saskatchewan now has record population growth and leading the nation when it comes to the population growth that we have. On a per capita basis, leading the nation when it comes to job growth, housing starts, capital investment, private capital investment in the mining industry, the ag value-added industry, capital investment into our ag industry, the oil and gas industry, the helium industry, the lithium industry, the rare earth elements industry, the list goes on and on and on. And that is allowing us to invest public capital investment into a hospital right here in the community of Yorkton. Public capital investment into the highways here in Yorkton, in and around this area, but also investing in the safety of your community and mine. Everyone deserves the opportunity to go out in their community with their children, their grandchildren, and go for a walk to a local park and feel safe in that community. And that's why you're seeing the Saskatchewan Party government invest. The Saskatchewan Party commit to investing in more police officers to keep our community safe, more doctors and nurses to provide those services in that new hospital in Yorkton. And we are building hospitals not just here but across the province in Prince Albert and Weyburn and so many other communities as well. That's our record. And that's your Saskatchewan Party's plan for the future of this community, the future of this region, and the future of our great province, to be very much a contributing member to the great nation in which we live. But we also realize that the people in Yorkton and the people in Saskatchewan are feeling the pressures that all Canadians are feeling, cost of living pressures due to inflationary pressures. And that's why over the course of the past 3 weeks, you have seen in our plan a very concise and precise plan, a focused plan on making life more affordable for Saskatchewan families that are going to live here, more affordable for students that are living in our communities, more affordable for seniors, our parents and grandparents that are living in our communities, and ultimately, at the end of the day, when you bring our platform together, it's making life more affordable for each and every person that lives in Saskatchewan. And that is the choice that lies before you and so many others. And I encourage you to discuss that very choice as we lead up to Election Day on October the 28th. In fact, election week is going to start next Tuesday. But the choice is between the Saskatchewan Party, David and Sean and Lori, and it has been with Greg for so many years, but that choice is between the Saskatchewan Party, who is focused on permanently reducing everyone's income tax, permanently reducing your income tax. And on the other side of that choice is the NDP, who will give you a temporary tax holiday, which ignores anyone that might not drive. Very, very significant difference in the choice. The choice is between a Saskatchewan Party who will increase the graduate retention program by 20%. And Greg, you'll remember when we brought that graduate retention program in 2008. It's a program today that is, of the 250,000 people that are living here, 85,000 of them are benefiting from the graduate retention program. Many more have chosen to stay here, but 85,000 are benefiting from that program. Our children, our youth, in our community. And you compare that to the NDP, who didn't even mention, let alone the graduate retention program, but post-secondary education, or students, our future, really, in the platform that they had put forward. Between the Saskatchewan Party, who will increase the low-income tax credit to help with affordability of those that are in the low-income tax brackets in this province, or the NDP, who left out low-income Saskatchewan people from their platform, certainly left them out when you consider that those are the very folks that might not drive as much as some others. Between the Saskatchewan Party, who is going to double the active families benefit tax credit to help people buy their homes, to help people renovate the homes that they and their children live in, and to help seniors pay for their seniors' care home. Or the NDP, who have a platform that has left out help for homeowners. It has left out any mention or help for financial support for our seniors, our parents and our grandparents that are living in our communities. Between the Saskatchewan Party, who will help extend the coverage for glucose monitoring equipment for young people and for seniors who may be living with diabetes. Or the NDP leader who mocked this very important program and actually went so far as to call the payment for glucose monitoring equipment, which is so helpful to those that are living with diabetes, called that program a trinket. Said that we were doling out trinkets to Saskatchewan people. And I'd say very importantly as well, between the Saskatchewan Party, who is going to extend the carbon tax exemption on your heating bills for yet another year. That's one of the largest reasons why we have the lowest inflationary rate in Canada. And you can compare and contrast that with the NDP, who continue to support that very carbon tax. They voted for that carbon tax in our provincial legislature. Greg, you'll remember that. Lori, you'll remember that. Our vision, I would say, is the Saskatchewan Party goes far beyond the 4-week campaign that you see in front of you. Our vision of the province from the Saskatchewan Party's perspective is really your vision, and it goes beyond the 4-year political cycle that many politicians will adhere to. Our vision is known and called a plan for growth, and it looks out to at least 2030, and it sets up our province and this community and so many others, and most importantly, the people that live here for success into the future. We're not here over this 4-week cycle to come out and try to buy your votes with your own money. We'll leave that to some of the other parties. We're not here to make promises that are costly and, quite frankly, nothing short of irresponsible, because it is your money. Our platform is fully costed, and it's the only one that is put before the people of Saskatchewan. The NDP platform certainly is not fully costed. They have a $3 billion hole in that very platform. And they're not going to tell you how they would pay for that $3 billion hole, because they have no intention of it. They're going to ask you to do it through higher taxes and through canceling projects like the Yorkton Hospital in this community that will service so many in the region. There's a big difference between the two parties that can form government in this election. There are almost three-quarters of the commitments that your Saskatchewan Party has made, that David and myself have made to you in this community and to all people that live in Saskatchewan, are tax reductions or credits that go directly to leaving more money in your pocket. Because we think you can spend it, you know how to spend it better than we can. Again, you contrast that with the multi-billion-dollar promises that the NDP have made. It's all about increasing government spending. They want more of your money in their pocket so that they can spend it for you, because they think they know better than you do. That's the choice. That is ultimately the choice as voting begins next Tuesday. The Saskatchewan Party wants to leave more money in your pocket for you to spend, and the NDP want to take more money out of your pocket so that they can spend. It's a choice between the Saskatchewan Party that is focused on keeping our economy strong and our future bright. And that is the ballot question as we find our way to voting week and October 28th, the voting day. The NDP are simply going to take us back to a time of decline, loss, and closures. Decline of our communities, loss of our children, and closures of our hospitals and schools. And we need to prevent the NDP from crashing our province once again. We need strong Saskatchewan Party MLAs right here in Yorkton, like David and Sean. And with your help, we will certainly get there. And so what I would ask you today, what I would ask each of you today, is to start first with a thank you. Thank you for your support of Greg over the last decade and a half, and thank you for your support over this campaign of David and the Saskatchewan Party. But what I would ask you is to keep working hard as we enter the last week or week and a half of this campaign, so that we can get David reelected here in Yorkton, so that he can be your voice in Regina within the Saskatchewan Party caucus. And we need to talk to every voter about what this choice is in our province, because it is one of the most important choices that we have had, I would say, in a decade and a half. We need to work to earn the support of each and every person that lives in the community of Yorkton and the surrounding area. And then we need to work to get each and every one of those supporters to the polls next week. And I know this. I know that if we do that, we can all look forward to a great result on election night, not just here in Yorkton, not just in Kenora-Pelly, or not even just in Estevan. Big money now, I understand. But across the entirety of our great province. And then Saskatchewan people can look forward to not only a strong and vibrant economy into the future, but look forward to a bright future for each of us, and most importantly, for that next generation, which is our children. Thank you for coming, and thank you for all your